Well, hello, folks, and welcome to the Class 1 preview for our Travel Abroad East European course. I am going to try this semester to put a little 5-minute video up about a week or so, a few days anyway, before our class each time we meet, so that you can know exactly what you're supposed to prepare. We don't meet that often, so I want to make sure that you get that. These are going to be fast and not very pretty, but hopefully you'll know exactly what you need to do for next Sunday's class. Okay, so several different things. First, you're going to need to read the syllabus. I'll go through that here in just a second. That's number one. That's up on Canvas. Number two, you want to view Beth Whitley's travel videos. She just put those out today, or I'm sorry, yesterday, last night, that is, at 7:30 or so p.m. They went out by email, and I'll show you that link and what that looks like here in just a second as I go through some of the materials. But you need to view all those. Those take about 1 hour of solid time of viewing. So you're going to need to go in, you're going to need to make you're going to need to enroll in the material to see it. On the website, and you'll need to watch the videos and read the material. It takes about an hour to do that. You have to register, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you in just a minute how to do that. And you need to do it because we have a record of who watched it and who didn't, so we know who's naughty and who's nice. The university requires us to go through travel orientation. We like to do it with a video that you can watch on your own time and then come into class and do a Q&A and cover a lot of the things. It's much more efficient that way. You can watch it on your own time, okay? And we can dedicate more time to class and Q&A, okay? So you want to do that. Third thing you want to do is, if you have not done it already, pick up the supplemental packet of readings. This is reading material that's not in book form and that's not online. It's photocopies or printouts of readings that I've collected for our class. There was a little bit of confusion about that. The supplement doesn't mean it's optional. The supplement means that it supplements, it's additional readings other than just the paperbacks that I've assigned for the class. So you are required to read it, and I'll go over in the syllabus here in just a moment what you're supposed to do on that. Read the material listed for Sunday's class, because there will be a mini exam, and I'll go over that as well. So you're going to be tested 2 ways on Sunday. One, you need to have watched Beth's videos and looked at that material and read through it, because we're going to do a prep quiz. Got to pass that prep quiz to be able to go with us. Secondly, for everybody in the class, that's going to be you guys, you've got to pass the mini exam, so I'm going to have a mini exam there. And then the last thing that you need to do is to contribute to the tip fund, and you can do that either in advance or you can do that at the door. Either one is fine, and some information go out about that. You can do check, cash, whatever you want to, or we use Square, and you can bring plastic and do that at the door, or you can drop by anytime this week in the honors office and go ahead and prepay that if you want to. Okay, so let me go back and take a look at the syllabus so that you know what we're doing. Get it lined up. Apologies in advance for this because I'm toggling back and forth between the screens. But this is the syllabus as we see it on our Canvas page. Okay, and oh goodness, let me squeeze it over this way just a little bit so that I can actually get at it and use it. Bear with me. Okay, well, it doesn't want to do that. So there we go. There we go. Okay, so the premise of the course is that, and I'll talk more about this in class, is that we're taking a look at this big question in front of us, and that is, how in the world did a civilization like Europe go from one of the most prosperous eras in human history, one of the most prosperous civilizations, to utter destruction and back again? It's really an amazing thing when you think about it. Now, this is not all history and dry history and all that kind of stuff and memorizing dates and things of this nature, but we are going to go into the question, the political, military, economic, scientific, artistic influences that were at their peak in 1910 or so, and then we plunged into not one but 2 world wars and a Great Depression and a Cold War, and then Eastern Europe recovers again. How does it do that? What does it look like? What implications are there for all of us, for our civilization? So as we take a look at the kinds of readings we're going to have, we have Jerzy Kosinski's The Painted Bird, Keith Lowe's Savage Continent. We're not going to read all of that book, but there were so many selections, I just didn't want to make tons of copies, so I'm just asking you to try to pick up a copy. Maybe you can get a used copy. Olga Tarkazuk's Primeval and Other Tales, weird, funky, fantasy-like It's weird. You'll like it. It's a lot of fun. And Marcus Zuzik's The Book Thief. And we have 3 films for the class. You need to view The Grand Budapest Hotel for our next class, then The Book Thief, the film version, and then Run Lola Run are our 3 films. All right. Major assignments are going to be mini exams. There's a research and speaking project for each of you. Then there'll be some on-site field activities while we're on the ground over there. I used to do a scavenger hunt. We'll do something different from a scavenger hunt because it sucks up too much time. But we'll be doing those kinds of things. And then we'll have a final exam. We have a mini exam each time we meet. We're 10% apiece. Your group presentation where you guys are going to get together, you're going to pick a topic, you're going to research it, and you're going to tell everybody about it. Your job is to teach the class about something we're about to experience, okay? It's really fun. You'll like it. People hate group work, but these are fun. You believe me, you'll like it. The field activity and the final exam. We'll have an extra credit opportunity for you as well, which we'll go over a little bit more. There's the boring stuff that the legislature wants us to do because they're spending your tax dollars foolishly. The attendance policy, please show up. Students with disabilities, if I can help you, I want to, and I'm happy to do it. And academic dishonesty, please don't be dishonest, especially academically. So let's take a look at our first class. That's September 15th, Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. I want to encourage all of you to get there at about 15 till if you can. I don't know. Maybe you can't, but that's okay. That's because sometimes it takes us a bit to get started. If you haven't paid into the tip fund, you'll want to do it right when you get there. That's about the only preliminary we have, but if we've got a long line of people, it'll take a bit. And then we're going to have sort of the class and travel orientation. I'm hoping it doesn't take 2 hours. It's going to be more like about an hour so that we can dedicate some more time to the class because I got a lot to cover. That's where you need to have viewed the videos that Beth uploaded. Okay, I'll show you where the link is here in just a minute. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the itinerary. Carolyn Becker with the Education Abroad is going to come over and talk a little bit about what you can expect from their office and what you need to do. And then we're going to dedicate about a half an hour just to a panel Q&A. Beth and Taylor and I, and maybe a student, we don't know, we'll see who's available, are going to just field your questions about the video material that we covered. Okay, so you got to watch the videos if you're going to be able to ask some questions. You got to watch the videos if you're going to pass the quiz that we're going to give you over the material in the videos. It's very important that we give you that quiz and that everybody passes it. You have to pass it or you can't go because we have to prove to Education Abroad and the university that we did actually orient you. Okay, so that's going to take place, I'm going to say the first hour, not the first 2 hours. I blocked out 2, but we probably only need 1 for that. And then as soon as that's done, all the way up through 5 o'clock, we'll begin with the mini exam. And then I'll give a lecture on the topic Belle Epoque and Fall. Okay, and that's a lecture. There's no reading called Belle Epoque and Fall. That's my lecture. And then the readings that you have that the mini exam will be based on are the readings from the supplement, the poetry of Petofi, Yosef, and Rilke, and then Rilke's letters on life. So we have poetry from these 3 poets, Petofi, Yosef, and Rilke, and Rilke's letters on life. These are excerpts from some of his letters. All of that material in the supplement, pages 8 through 77 and 84 through 87 of the supplement. Again, if you don't have a copy of the supplement, you need to come by and get it immediately. Okay? Then you also need to watch the Grand Budapest Hotel, I think is what it's called, not Grand Hotel Budapest. If you do not have access to that online, which you can get through, I think, Amazon Prime and a couple of other sources, we have a copy on DVD in the office. You can check it out for a couple of hours. It's about an hour and a half long. If you want to keep it overnight, you got to promise that you're going to watch it with several different people in the class because otherwise, but you can do that. We've got it up front. You have to have watched the mini exam will cover the readings and the film. So if you just do the readings, you won't get enough material. You won't have done all the material. Therefore, you may not pass the mini exam. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the mini exam. Here's what I do on the mini exam. It's got 2 parts. One is multiple choice, and the multiple choice questions are things like who is the character who drives his car into a wall in so and so's short story called blank. Okay. Those kinds of factual, if you read it, you should know it kinds of questions. Okay, now you need to read attentively and you need to read all the material. But you're going to have a few of those, could be 7, 8, 10, multiple choice questions. And then the second half of the material will be, or the second half of the mini exam is going to be probably 2 different passages. Could be poetry, could be prose. I'll have you pick one of them generally, and then do a line-by-line explication. You'll need to say what the work is, who wrote it, what the title is, tell me what's going on in the passage, and then do a critical analysis of it, right? Critical analysis means why is what he's saying or she's saying important? What's in this that's of interest? Break it down for me, okay? Let me know what it's saying and why. This is the important part. Why what is being said in there is significant or important, okay? So it's not just what's happening, the context, but also the significance of it, the deeper meaning of it, okay? The analysis of it, okay? So a mini exam, it's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes each time. You're just going to do the quick multiple choice. Then you're going to do the prose or poetry passage analysis, and then that's what your mini exam is. It covers both the written material, the written material that you're supposed to read this time out of the supplement, and whatever film is required. Okay, so that's what's on tap for this next week's Sunday class. Those are the readings you need to do. That's the mini exam. Let me show you now how to access Beth's videos. You're going to go to the link that she sent you by email. Okay, you're going to take a look at the link. It's traveltricks.thinkific.com/courses/honors travel 2020. Okay, now you have to enroll. Okay. And I believe you have to sign in once you enroll, okay? Because you can't view it if you don't. Now, she gets a record of who sees how much video. I mean, it'll tell you this person got like 99% through, this person got 100% through, this person didn't ever start, this person never reviewed it. So, and we don't do that because we're trying to be creepy and track you. We do it because we have to tell the university, yes, everyone did all the training. Everyone did all the orientation, because they will not let you travel unless you do it. And we have to prove to the powers that be that you actually retained it. Hence the quiz. So we have 2 quizzes. Quiz over this material from this site. Quiz over the readings and the film that are on tap. Okay? So that's what we're trying to do here. You got to set up your little account, enroll for free, sign in, and you're ready to watch. Takes about an hour to watch it. And there are some other documents that you need to read. Don't just watch the videos. There are some documents, very short, that you need to read. Packing lists, tips on travel to Europe, all those kinds of things. Okay? So those are the things that you need to be taking a look at. And we're also going to have you contribute to the tip fund as well. I'm hoping that we'll finish by 5 o'clock. Maybe we finish a little bit earlier, but I want to give you a good broad overview of what we're studying and what we're going to be experiencing on tour and how those two intersect with each other when we get in there. Sorry for the funkiness of this video. I'm trying to keep it short and quick and just trying to convey the information. Okay? If you got any questions, give me a call. People will be in the honors office tomorrow. Call us or email us. So that if you have any confusion about what's required of you for Sunday, let us know. Thanks. See you then.